Had a bachelor's degree. He was selling, fix the face and fix the weed. Now working on the self-esteem. Hit a block, yo, this flock. Where you at? Pin it. My new map location be the fly on the app.
Any money in company, nah, baby. I don't need no the company. You can't hang, baby. We don't want you around here. Ice on my neck in this froze. Santa's reindeer. You got bad. It's the same here. Bad company, little bro. You can't hang here. Getting money, so the keep on coming. Phone ringing, so you know the jumping. They looking at me. He owe me some money. I need that. Hit him with the the crumping. Whitey playing games. They don't want no problems with me. Got good aim. Know I brought them. Might not hit a bad. Someone send them. Well, opposition, move on. So I
dark shades, too much. I could barely see them. Acting brand new, like I don't see it when I do. Who them folks? Who want too close? Give me room, phony folks. Play it close, do the most, don't they? Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad company, that's bad for your company. Bad cow disease, now you in a ton of beef. Tuck underneath my new blue Dunkaroos. Flintstone bust down, color Murakami. Fruity Pebble, Basil, Wilma, Betty, Fred, and Barney. Bad from out of town, I think she modeled Abercrombie. Wrist game, Lucky Charmy, told my jeweler leprechaun me. I'ma come clean.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
That's what I do.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, that kind of catch is supposed to pay off with at least a first down, isn't it?
Instead, he'll just add it to his highlight reel, but they don't pick up the first.
Yeah, he gets the yardage, he gets the catch, but now they have a decision to make.
Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw it a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, we got four down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, it's Allen. Looking for his receiver, sharp, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first, thanks to a flashy little spin move. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Taywan Taylor. That'll bring up 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this 1st quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
On 3rd down, they'll run with Gore. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, standing just outside his own goal line. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. New York set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got him in. Complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 36 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, and that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On play action, Allen. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Okay, let's just make this one simple. We know that the running game is not their thing, but they can't just throw it on every single down without expecting some real heat from the pass rush.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
First trip to the red zone for the Giants. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. Here's Gorman. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On second down, here's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Avery Williamson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Detroit! Detroit!
He'll come out throwing here on first down. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Now a pitch out to Williams. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
I know a lot of coaches like the toss play because they think it can be a real momentum shifter. Get the ball to that back who can get to the corner and turn it upfield. And on this play, that's exactly what they got, including a first down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football. And they're driving, but they come up on a 3rd and short here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They go play action here on first down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground with Williams. Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on fourth down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A hat tip to P.J. Williams there defensively, making sure that one didn't find its target.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. They'll run it with Williams. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And they take the lead here at 7-6. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
No, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. Boom, landed.
Allen off the play fake. Forced out to his left. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Watch it now, Barney!
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On the counter, here's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. The Niners on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Ooh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On first down, Allen flushed out right. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun!
Back to throw now on 1st down. A dump off here for Gore. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Watch it now, Barney.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Leopard! Over! Watch it now, Barney!
On first down, it's Gore. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they stake claim to the lead here. It's 10-8. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team. And they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before half for Alec. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jackson now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. To the air, Allen. He's going to look deep for Perriman. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Rashawn Perriman with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead. And
now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Looking to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll set up to throw. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and it's 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's go.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Mario Edwards in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The Niners on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He'll drop to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Here we go!
They'll give it to him up the middle. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here.
Patriot! Leopard!
They'll look to run forward with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. This is Coleman with a grab. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Now Allen escaping the pressure right, and he whips that one incomplete there. Wayne Gallman is running back, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Taco Charlton in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Here's Allen to throw it. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. This quarterback now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Allen now to throw again. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Allen. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And the kick by Rosas is good. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got Allen, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They're going to look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Olivier Vernon in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. The Niners on 3rd down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. So after the INT, it's Allen. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
This is Gallman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the 1st down. They love being physical.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Avery Williamson able to get him for a loss of about 3. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Gun! Here we go!
Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
All right, here we go. Green.
Now Gallman. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. He'll get it up the middle. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And Rosas puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This one fielded at the 5. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Drops it underneath to Gore. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete. But no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still, no yardage. Okay.
They'll set up a throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
On play action, Allen steps away. He'll air this one toward Coleman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 48 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. Green.
They go play action here on 1st down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Avery Williamson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. Tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Me. Watch him now, Barney. 53 is the line. I'm coming after you. Gun.
From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I'm on this.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Gun!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Keenan Allen with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. Now the extra point. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. Blue, line it. Blue, line it. Hot. Hot.
Allen to throw. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play for the Giants on 3rd down. 64 yards.
Well, they just treated 3rd and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the 1st down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. You're all mine.
Gallman will run it. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
Hey, boys, got 4 down. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Check. 53 fight. Check. 53 fight. Hey,
On the ground, it's Gallman again. Down to the 25. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This from 42 yards out. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Giants, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Carolina Panthers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Look at them, how to make it in America. Real day one, ain't a lot of us. Mom worked 2 jobs, it was hard for us. Me and sis made it out, now she proud of us. They didn't teach me how to rap in those private schools. Wasn't like my rich friends, had a lot to lose. Less money, less options, lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune. And shorty got potential, I scout that.